Sound test.
On immigration, some legal scholars
Hey, good morning. Good Tuesday morning here in North Georgia. Nice and cool this morning. Beautiful fall Tuesday morning. It's 8 a.m. on the East Coast. I always wanted to say that, 8 a.m. on the East Coast. We're going to be spinning your favorite hits, your favorite records right here on Good Morning from the Office. Here is a way you can get in touch with us, because we have some subject matter that I would love for you to get involved in. I'd love to tell you if I'm right or wrong. If you feel I'm wrong, I'll feel you're wrong. How about that? Chief@fetyournews.com. You can email me, 706-889-9700. And there are all the ways you can follow us on social media. If you'll go and subscribe to our YouTube channel anytime we're doing a live broadcast, you will get notified. You need notified when I'm out there. I tell you what, you should just subscribe, just in the fact that it will notify you that I'm out there and loving every minute of it. Good morning, folks, from North Georgia to California to Kalamazoo, Michigan. Is that where Kalamazoo is? To Peoria, Illinois. Wherever you're at, Connecticut, maybe someone in Massachusetts. Okay, now let me ask you something. Oh God, do we have a lot to go over. But, all right, globalist, nationalist. Can you be a nationalist? And why is it so important for the media to continue the racial divide in this country? Can you be a nationalist and not a racist? Why is the media some media outlets, particularly not this one, so bent on saying nationalist with white supremacy, white nationalists? Why is that so important? Okay? Trump doubles down on being a nationalist. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Trump is not a racist. Just telling you he's not a racist, okay? Trump doesn't discriminate. While in the private sector, he will make money or would make money off of you no matter what your race, color, origin. You know, if is it Vince McMahon? Is that the guy in the WWF, right? Is that Vince McMahon up there? Right? Is that who that is, Josh? Yeah. The guy that's the WWF. if he would have called Trump 10 years ago and said, look, I'm going to do an all transgender pay-per-view and I guarantee you're going to make like $8-9 million off this thing. Trump said, hey, get me up there. I'll take pictures. Let's make $8-9 million. Trump's not a racist, period. Okay, bottom line, he's not a racist. We'll talk about that later in the show. White supremacy, nationalists, dog whistle. And you do not catch on, the media is the enemy of the state. Enemy of the people. Enemy of the people. That is certain media groups, and I don't care to call them out. Okay? That would be CNN, MSNBC. Definitely. We could prove it on a daily basis how they are the enemy of the people out here. They are the ones. The media is the ones that stoke the racial divide. Media is the one that wants the uproar and wants you angry with your brother, not Donald Trump. Donald Trump does not want you angry with somebody today. Donald Trump does not want you to fight with somebody today. He doesn't want to. He just doesn't accept getting pushed around, and he just doesn't accept taking it, just lying down and taking it. That's a Democrat's favorite thing. They just lie down and take it. I mean, our border, drop the fence, drop everything, just come on across. Why will the media not tell the truth about the border? Why not? 7 days before an election. So this morning, the media, we'll get into the pictures, but we're hearing that Trump is going to send, what is he sending? 50 some. Oh, before we get started, let's go to picture one, okay? Number one. Now, if you go to DonaldJTrump.com, all right? DonaldJTrump.com, and you'll click on rallies, okay? Click on rallies. The President of the United States, there's two in our area, because if you're in North Georgia, you can actually go to Chattanooga. But now if you want to show support for Brian Kemp, okay, you got to go to Macon, all right? Marsha Blackburn, the Senate candidate there in Tennessee, you got to go to Chattanooga. If you want to see the President of the United States at a rally, and you don't have the 3.5 hours to drive to Macon, okay, because it'll be packed. It'll be packed there. But if you want to go support Brian Kemp and you want to see the President of the United States, you go to Macon. But if you just want to see the President of the United States in North Georgia, have I said that 4 times already? In North Georgia, it is closer geographically to Chattanooga, Tennessee there, okay? So Trump will be holding, that's how you get the tickets. Sunday, this Sunday, he'll be at Macon at 4 o'clock, all right? Go to DonaldJTrump.com, all right? Click on rallies, and there is Macon, and get tickets. Now, I'm not for sure. I do not think tickets guarantee you entrance, okay? I don't know the details. I think it's still yet tickets, first come, first serve, get in line. But go there and get tickets to Macon, support Brian Kemp, Donald Trump. But if you want to go to Chattanooga, all right, Sunday at 7 p.m., all right, at 7 p.m., the President of the United States will be over here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I can go over there in about an hour, can't you, Josh? Hour, 10 minutes? Is it? I think Macon is about 3.5 hours away.
Yeah, it is.
And Chattanooga's about an hour?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so if you want to go see the President in Chattanooga, Tennessee, folks, all right, right there you go, 7 p.m. Sunday night, Donald J. Trump, DonaldJTrump.com, get tickets. Again, I'm not for sure that tickets guarantee entrance. I had to have a drink of my Diet Dr. Pepper. Wow, they got me hooked on these things. All right, so Trump is coming to Georgia to pump up the volume, get the dog whistle out, okay? Rednecks assemble. Get the truck. Get the hunting rifles. Get the dogs. Put them in the back of the truck. Get the old lady. Get the kids. Get your red hat and go to Macon because he's coming and the dog whistle will be out. Whoa, did you hear something? The dog whistle. The media is like a dog whistle. He goes to these, he has these rallies. They're like dog whistles. Dog whistles. Interesting. So he's coming to support Brian Kemp. And Brian Kemp, first of all, let me address. Yesterday, I noticed the dumbest thing on social media, and I cannot believe, yes, I do believe, the AJC wrote something. They're writing something no matter what somebody says. Some people are writing, Kemp ordered French fries at the first stop and onion rings at the second. Does that mean he's the kind of guy that'll flip-flop on an issue? I'm serious. If you try to keep up with the media's account of these campaign stops, all right? Of these campaign stops, you just can't keep up with them. It's the craziest things. Now, I have been to several, okay? And people, now Kemp is, I don't know when this picture was taken, but now Kemp is, there's thousands that are showing up to see Brian Kemp at these rallies now. And Brian Kemp, if you meet him, okay, the next governor of Georgia, hopefully, if you meet Brian Kemp, it's like you know him. I got to give the guy credit. He's got that. It's like you know him. If you meet the guy, he's nice. He keys in, what's your name, says hello. It's like when he walks away, you feel like you know the next governor of Georgia. And that's for everybody. It's not just one certain group when it comes to Brian Kemp. And I got to give it to him for that right there. Very personable. You can't help but like the guy. And the guy gets off the bus. I've been to many of these, okay? And I don't know if you saw this floating around social media yesterday, Josh, but the guy gets off the bus. There's hundreds of people there. It's 20 minutes if you're used to these things. He gives his 15-minute speech, and then he just lines up. They don't even look. He just line people up and just start taking pictures. So this guy he's got a Trump hat. He's in the line. Kemp's not looking at everybody's shirt. He's not looking to see if the guy in the crowd has National Bikini Inspector or something like that T-shirt. I'm serious. He's just taking pictures with everybody and anybody. And not yesterday, but yesterday a story came out where he took a picture with a guy. He had his picture taken with a guy that was wearing a Allah's not God and whatever. And the guy had a Trump hat on, and Kemp took a picture with him, thumbs up. So Kemp walks up, guy wants a picture, he thumbs up, gets out of there. He doesn't know. The media felt it was important to run a story. Anti-Muslim defamation, whatever these groups are, they demanded an apology from Brian Kemp. What the heck? What the heck? I mean, do we make fun of every time Stacey Abrams has her picture with catcher mitt, Leatherface, Maxine Waters? Why, actually, we do. I have to find a better example. Anyhow, it's getting crazy out there. Get ready. Buckle your seatbelts. It's going to be a rough ride here. It's like the captain and you were taking off and he hit turbulence because you've got it. It's Tuesday morning. A week from today, you will be going to the ballot box and voting if you haven't already. I do not vote early. I have my reasons. So, what say you? Are you ready? Why will they not tell us the truth about the caravan? Okay? Why not? Now, let's go to number 2, and I'm going to pull this article up, okay? Here is pictures, and actually I better pull the article up so I can go with it. This is from the dailymail.com, okay? It's from the dailymail.com. Second, all right, and this was written, this was updated, okay? This was updated the 29th of October 2018, all right? Second migrant caravan storms into Mexico. Violent group from Central America carrying bombs, guns, defies a huge police presence to cross the border from Guatemala as Trump deploys 5,200 troops. So what you're looking at there, okay, this is the second, okay? This is not the first. This is the second. There's an invasion on our southern border, all right? The second migrant caravan, including members believed to be carrying bombs, guns, crossed into Mexico on Monday despite the huge police presence. Cops are seen allowing some of the migrants on the banks of the Sasachi River after crossing, but they were stopped from moving any further. So they're crossing the river, okay? Let's go to number 3. Okay, number 3. The migrants were met by hundreds of federal officers in riot gear on the riverbank. It followed a night of violence that left one Central American dead. No news. If you watch 5 a.m., 6 a.m. CNN, if you watch CNN, if you watch MSNBC, if you read the Washington Post, if you watch these leftist groups, if you're watching Good Morning America, if you're watching any of those, they're not talking at all about this. Why, they're lifting up their hero. Let me switch gears. Their hero. This is all you see on the news right now this morning. Not all you see, but we're going to go with what they're playing right now. I had it here just a second ago. Let's go with number 19. Okay? This is MSNBC at 5:12 a.m. Central Time. This is 6 a.m. this morning. I will be glad to tell you who the enemy of the people are. Look at the bottom right corner, MSNBC at 6:12 this morning. Fox News yesterday. Okay, U.S. to deploy 5,000 troops to the southern border as thousands of migrants head to U.S. This is their hero. CNN is playing Shepard Smith. CNN is playing. Look, we all know why Fox won't sue. We all know why Fox won't sue. We all know why Fox will not fire Shepard Smith. They don't want sued. The lawsuit will be 10 times worse than all the ladies that left if this lady leaves. So they will not get rid of Shepard Smith. They can't, folks. All right? But this is their hero this morning. Because you know what Shep did? Because Fox, okay, is trying to tell the story. Now, I don't want you to come away with me giving a praise to Fox News. I'm always cautious with that. Don't want that left in your memory. But let me say this. This is what, let's start with number 25. You got 25? All right. Now, CNN is mad because Jim Acosta, we'll get to that in a minute, the lefty from CNN, attacked Sarah Sanders and says, why won't you name who the president considers the enemy of the people? Why won't you? Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. So CNN is mad because the president is trying to tell you that these people are the enemy of the people. They're stoking the violence. They're getting people worked up in a frenzy, all right? And so they're going to get even with Fox News this morning. If you'll look, that's 5:39 a.m. Eastern Time, all right? Trump echoes Fox News caravan invasion scare. You see the bottom? Pushback against rhetoric from inside and outside the network. Trump echoes the Fox News caravan scare. Let's go to Let's go to 26. And they just put a list up. Trump echoes, there's Sean Hannity. Okay, the invasion scare. Let's go to 27. Trump echoes, and they go after Fox this morning. Caravan invasion scare. Okay, let's go to 28. All right, 28 is Newt Gingrich. Trump echoes, the invasion scare. Okay, Fox is trying to build up an invasion scare. Now, there are some things being said on Fox that are not accurate. But here's, let's go to Don Bongino, or whatever his name is, number 29. Caravan of migrants still headed to U.S. The Trump echoes the invasion scare, caravan invasion scare. Let's go to number 30. Laura Ingraham there. They put, this is CNN. This is what the hell they called news. This was the news. This was the news. This was not the news of how many bills passed yesterday in the House. I know they're not in session, so don't say that, damn it. But this is not the news of how many bills passed yesterday in the House. This is not the news of opioid crisis or how many people died from opioids yesterday. This is not the news of what's going on in your local community, your taxes, your property. This is not the news. This is CNN totally pissed off at Fox News and hates the President of the United States so bad, and anybody that even says they remotely like the President of the United States, that they incite people to attack them because they call it a caravan invasion scare. Okay? Let me tell you what a scare is, you jackasses on you high-paid jackasses on CNN and let me tell you what scare is for us regular people. That's like, what the hell? Call me whatever. Regular people that are paying the damn school taxes. That's the scare in this country. We're the ones paying the school taxes. We're the ones that have our schools flooded with these children. We're the ones that have the system flooded with these children. We're the ones that our hospitals are collapsing because these people are a burden on the system. Yeah, we're the ones, you damn high-priced, overpaid, puffed up, no good enemy of the people, CNN and MSNBC. Us people. We're the ones. Okay? That's the scare, is what the hell happens in this country next. We're not against people being here. We're not against our brothers and sisters. We're not against people because of the color of their skin or the way they comb their hair. We're not against them, damn it. Sorry about that. Let me see if I can regroup. All right. Anyhow, there's another one, number 31. Fox scare. They just went on and on and on, okay? On and on. And let me just give you this one while I'm at it. Number 32, Trump to pay respect in Pittsburgh. But look at the bottom tag. Some Jewish leaders and city mayors say he's not welcome now. I'm just telling you. All right, so let's go back to the Daily Mail story there. Migrants were met by hundreds of federal officers in riot gear on the riverbank. It followed a night of violence that left one Central American dead. Okay, not on the news, not on CNN. That's number 2. I think put me up picture 3. Let's go back to 3. Okay, there we go. All right, I don't think I sent you this picture, but Central American migrants walk along the highway near Ciudad. I don't know these Latino. I don't know these Spanish. I've still worked out from a minute ago. I don't know how to pronounce these Spanish words off the top of my head. After crossing to Mexico from Guatemala, willing to reach the U.S. Okay. Let's go with, give me number 4. Okay. The second group back at the Guatemala frontier has been more unruly than the first that crossed. Guatemala Interior Minister said Guatemalan police officers were injured when the migrant group broke through border barriers on the Guatemalan side of the bridge. They're unruly. Okay. go to picture number 5. Okay. Picture number 5. Okay. That is hundreds of Central American migrants are seen on Monday attempting to wade through the brown water of this Saskatchewan whatever river from Guatemala to Mexico. Honduras, Guatemala, and to Mexico. Look at them wade in the water. Okay? You know, let me just say this, and this is, I don't know how you take it, okay? I don't know what you do with it. In fact, I don't give a damn what you do with it, okay? They're down in Guatemala, and I know this for a fact, okay? Honduras and Guatemala. The Hondurans and Guatemalans especially, not the El Salvadorans, okay? That's different. The Hondurans, they don't have schools like you and I. They don't have the school buses. You go to your Board of Education, you listen to all these great things that are happening. Why we have a SPLOST, and we're building millions of dollars worth of academic facilities that are beyond compare in the world. The Roman Empire didn't have what we have in these great cities of higher learning and education, okay? And we have all your money. And we're going to educate these kids. We're going to, if they flood in here, it don't matter if 75 show. Oh, you don't think so? Go check your schools. Go check your schools. It don't matter if 50, 60 show up in your schools. And it doesn't matter how much it costs. We're going to hire more people because you're going to pay for it. We're going to educate these people because the Honduran government does not have a school system like ours. Okay, and we're going to take 75%. You take your tax dollar, we're going to take 75%. Most, I'm talking about Georgia, I don't know where you're at, but we're going to take 75% of your tax dollar, and we're going to give 25 to your local government there to roads and bridges and all that good happy stuff and cutting the grass on the highway, not to minimize their job, but we're going to take 75% over for the children, And we're going to have school buses with air conditioning. And we're going to have school buses with Wi-Fi. We're going to have big brick buildings. And we're going to have, we're going to hire 3 more ESL teachers, English second language. I'm not against it, people coming to this country. I just think an invasion of our border must be stopped. And it must be stopped now. You do not know, and I know you're probably saying, well, how do you know? You do not know out there, if you're not paying attention, how close this country is coming to an internal collapse, okay? These people wade in water to get to this country. Let's just say you want to fly from Atlanta to Chicago. Number one, you're from here. You're born here, okay? You're born in this country. Go to school in this country, you're a citizen, okay? We'll talk about that. You're a naturalized citizen. Let's talk about that in a minute, right? So you want to go down to Atlanta. You don't leave the country. You don't cross any damn border at all. But you want to go down to Atlanta. And you got to stand in all these checkpoint lines, okay? And you got to walk through something and hold your arms up here while he spins around to check, see if you got something in your damn shoes, something in your pocket, or something stuck up your ass, okay? I'm not joking. I know I just went there. But that's what they do to you at the airport, okay? So then you got to go after that. You got to go through. You got to take your shoes off. You got a wand on you. You got to go get dressed and rush to a plane. You don't leave the country. Not one time do you leave the country. You get on this plane, you get over there, and you fly to Chicago. You're still in the country. But the Democrats freak out. Freak out if we just want to know who's here. They freak totally out. They can come across the border. Now, I'm not going to jump the line of polio, and I'm not going to jump the line of, smallpox. I'm not going to jump the line of smallpox and start, saying, hey, they're going to bring in leprosy and all that. I'm going to tell you, tuberculosis and some diseases and some things, scare me of what we bring into this country. I couldn't get a damn pineapple from Australia into this country one time. I mean, they took my damn pineapple in Hawaii because I brought it from Australia, and it might have a fly on it that could hurt vegetation in the U.S., and they took my damn pineapple. But these damn people can just flood right in here. Democrats, you're going to vote for those damn people? They're crazy as hell. I'm sorry. I don't know. Maybe this show, maybe I have to regroup here. All right, let's go to the next picture. There you go. They're still coming. A helicopter of Mexican police fly over. That's not this right here. Members of the second migrant caravan, mostly Hondurans, as they cross the river. Okay, and there's more here. I want you to give me picture. Let's see, that was number 7, right? Or no, that's 6. Give me number 7. There, look at number 7, folks. Really close there. That is a picture. I picked that one out this morning. All right, that is a picture right there. Let me get back to it. Had it here a minute ago. Baby strollers are seen being carried by migrants above the surface of the water during their river crossing Monday. Okay? You know what? Hey, my heart goes out to people that are living in these kind of conditions in the world, but we've got babies in this country. We've got conditions in this country. We've got people in this country. Maybe I'm a nationalist. I don't know. Maybe I believe in our nation first. Maybe I believe in taking care of our own first. Maybe I think we can take our money that we pay in taxes and solve our problems first before we solve the world, Before we go look and see how we can make things better for the entire world, why don't we try to solve our issues? And let's go to the last one. I got to take a break here. Let's go to number 8, okay? And there you go, folks. That's what MSNBC and CNN are waiting for. They're waiting for a guy like this. Look at this little baby that's on this guy's head trying to go across this river. They are waiting for these pictures to hit our border. And the only thing they want, they are so corrupt, they are so evil, they are such an enemy of the people. This media out there, they are. We have a battle within this country that we have to get the truth out. The media, CNN, MSNBC, they are waiting. So they cannot wait. The only thing that's got them so upset is that this picture here is not going to have a U.S. military officer standing next to this kid, putting him in handcuffs or something, all right, 2 days before election. So every time you hear, well, they're running down there, they're sending 5,200 and they won't even get here for another month to 6 weeks. What the media is really saying to you is, isn't it sad they won't get here by Tuesday so we can get these poor pictures to show you? I'm your host, BKP. We're going to take a brief break. I'm running a little long, and we'll get back. Nationalist, birthright, citizenship, Jim Acosta. It's sad to have to watch a woman slap a grown man around like Sarah Sanders slaps Jim Acosta around, but we'll watch that when we get back. It is worth watching. I'm your host, BKP. Let's go to break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, downdraft spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
The model year in clearance rolls on at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, and the discounts on 2018 Chevys are huge. Forget MSRP on America's pickup truck. Save over $13,000 off Silverado Crew Cab LT. Forget MSRP on America's muscle car. Save over $7,000 off Camaro. The model year and discounts are huge, but the 2018 Chevys are going fast. Hurry to Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Here's to 60 years of Pizza Hut, to original pan, to stuffed crust, and to the best of both. The new double cheesy crust pan pizza with stuffed crust cheese baked just inside the golden edge of original pan. Here for a limited time. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
We're back. I'm your host, BKP. Let's just go with number 2. Put that up there. First of all, if you'd like to be on the show, if you'd like to call in and give your opinion at any time, you can text us 706-889-9700, 706-889-9700. Email us, chief@fetchernews.com. We can get you on the show, or you can send us a message, or there's all the ways you can follow us on social media. Number 2 there. Let me just make one more comment on the Caravan with the 5200. Now, I want to be clear. I may not have been clear in the last segment. I want to be clear. I do support sending troops to the border. I do support closing the border. I do support the President of the United States being able to defend us against an invasion of this country. I do believe what is happening is every month thousands invade this country illegally, and we allow it to happen. The Democrats want it to happen. They are an open border, okay? Now you are starting to see it in your local schools, and alas, we're going to give it 10 years in your local communities, all right? Your hospitals that are going, we can't pay for all their health care. The Democrats, you see that group right there? The Democrats, let me just explain something to you, okay, whether you like it or not. The Democrats would love for that group to come in, every one of them, and they would love for a couple things to happen. One, for them to be able to legally vote, for them to be able to get all the legal benefits that they need and want, okay? So they're dependent on Democrats and will vote for Democrats. The Democrats want them to have the health care. They want to add them to the health care rolls. Every time you stand up there and Andrew Gilliam, Andrew, can we call you Andrew, or should we call you the corrupt mayor of Tallahassee? Which would you rather prefer? But every time Andrew Gilliam stands up there, look at this picture. It says that 3%, the top 3%, highest grossing corporations in Florida will pay for everybody's health care. As we know, they will leave immediately when they have to pay the bill. And do you think those top 3% corporations, the highest grossing corporations, will pay for the health care of that group coming through here? No, just stop thinking about it. You think Brian Kemp, you think Stacey Abrams every time? I'm just telling you. I mean, I'm just wanting you to look at the facts. You think they will drive. Do you realize those people that cannot read and write? Hell, half the time I can't read and write. But do you believe that those people that cannot, a good portion of those people cannot read and write, that we will? Now stop and think, damn it. I'm asking, I know it's a little explosive kind of morning, but I think we've had enough in this damn country. You stop and think and you look at that crowd coming through there. And do you realize that that crowd that comes through there, if they make it to Georgia, let's use Georgia, because that's where I'm at, but I'm not knocking Georgia, but let's look at Georgia. That crowd, if any of them make them up here to Georgia, do you realize if they can't read and write, we will give them assistance at the DMV to get their driver's license. Oh, hell. Those people, if you know, they'll be driving on your highway in 6 months. Exactly. All right? So today they're rushing across Mexico to invade this country. You got Stacey Abrams screaming, Medicaid, expand Medicaid, it belongs to us, it's the government, we just did not take the money, the government. Hell, Stacey, do you understand the damn government gets the money from me? They take it up there, they charge me a processing fee. It's called the corrupt Congress, okay? So, hey, wake up, damn it. Anytime a politician stands up and says, we need to take the federal government's money, what? We need to take the money from the federal government. What? We need to take the money that the federal government has earmarked for. What the hell? The federal government's got no damn money. They got me. They got you. Well, we need to take the federal government's money that they allotted for Medicaid expansion. What the hell? Folks, Every time one of these politicians stands up and says this kind of stuff, it should be just, you should be infuriated. So you want to take my money, you want to send it to the federal government, you want to have it go through a couple channels, take your processing fee out, put it in a Georgia fund, and then say, Georgia, you apply for it, and we will send you BKP's money from here to here to here, down to you, so these people get health care. Something there I can't figure out. They're going to be a burden. They have been, they will continue, and the Democrats can't wait. And you take, I'm going to say it, damn it, you take the Tom Steyers of the world. I don't care if he is Jewish, you take Michael Bloomberg. I don't care if he is Jewish, and you take George Soros. I don't care if he is Jewish. They see this, and they see the evident future collapse of this country. Oh, I know, I'm going to extremes. Oh, yes, I'm going to extremes. Why, hell, I'm sorry, America. I hate to be so extreme. On Monday, Mexican Interior Secretary Alfonso Navarro Prida lamented what he called a second violent attempt to storm the border, accusing people of placing the elderly, pregnant women, and children at the front, putting them at risk to be crushed. Pregnant women. Why? Because if you get your woman here a pregnant woman that is pregnant, hell, if you get a pregnant woman here, I don't care if it's 2 days before they give birth, okay? Then the child is an anchor baby and has citizenship, natural born citizenship. And now mom and dad, we got to keep them. It's like you got to keep them because the baby made it. You should be infuriated. Absolutely infuriated that this is continuing. You should be infuriated that the Democrats have allowed them to even think they can come north. I've got other stories. So yesterday, all right, we got to get off that. So yesterday, President Donald Trump is correct. I will show you in a minute where he's correct. I show you every day. Okay, the media is the enemy of the people. Point blank, they are the enemy of the people. So let's do the Jim Acosta. Let's do the Sarah Sanders slaps Jim Acosta video. Let's run that one.
The president's not referencing all media. He's talking about the growing amount of fake news that exists in the country, and the president's calling that out.
May I ask a follow-up?
Sure.
May I ask a follow-up, please? Since you mentioned that, the president said this morning the fake news media, the true enemy of the people, must stop the open and obvious hostility and report the news accurately and fairly. Can you state for the record which outlets that you and the president regard as the enemy of the people?
I'm not going to walk through a list, but I think those individuals probably know who they are.
Would that include my outlet, which received
I don't think it's necessarily specific to a general, broad generalization of a full outlet at times. I think there's individuals that the president would be referencing. Jordan.
So you're not going to state for the record then. I mean, if the president is going to say the fake news media are the enemy of the people, and if you're going to stand there and continue to say that there are some journalists, some news outlets in this country that meet that characterization, shouldn't you have the guts, Sarah, to state which outlets, which journalists are the enemy of the people?
Well, I think it's irresponsible of a news organization like yours to blame responsibility of a pipe bomb that was not sent by the president, not just blame the president, but blame members of his administration for those heinous acts. I think that is outrageous, and I think it's irresponsible. Jordan, go ahead.
Sarah, we didn't say that.
Jim, I've given you 3 questions. Jordan, go ahead.
First of all, I love Sarah Huckabee Sanders. It's second, Jim Mongo. You got a candygram, okay? At CNN that was addressed to John Brennan. So quit taking credit that you got a bomb. We got a bomb. There was a bomb. Nobody got hurt. Nothing was detonated. It wasn't okay to send over a piece of PVC with wires and a Timex tape to it. That wasn't funny, Jim. But in the guts, Sarah has the guts. You're just too stupid. I'm so sorry. You're so stupid, man. Don't you have the guts to tell us who you think it is? I'm looking at you, you dumbass. I've told you 3 times. I think the individuals know who they are. Who is it? Who is it? Tell me. You, dumbass. I'm sorry. So, fake news, enemy of the people. CNN, MSNBC also, we don't want to leave them out, but CNN blamed, basically painted a picture that Trump killed Khashoggi. Oh yeah, all right. CNN painted a picture that, Trump flew down, helped this guy, Cesar or whatever his name, put these pipe bombs together. That's why they didn't go off, because Cesar, but you put Trump and Cesar together, they didn't know what the hell they were doing, but they got all these pipes. The CNN one would lead you to believe, okay, MSNBC too, but CNN's easier just to get, but they would lead you to believe, both of these groups, right, that Cesar sent the Trump a letter. Now I'm serious, if you watch these, because I do, okay, and you watch these, it's almost you would walk away thinking, okay, this guy in Florida sent Trump a letter and say, if you could, sir, pick the top 15 people that you would wipe out, that you would say, hey, you want to send a guy, who would they be? And Trump's like, oh, really? Here's my top 15 list. And he mailed it back and the guy sent them. So if you watch CNN, seriously, if you watch CNN, Trump is responsible for walking in and murdering 11 Jewish people in a synagogue. If you watch CNN, you would be led to believe that Trump, gave Cesar all the names and addresses. That's where they weren't spelled right or correctly, to get away from his critics, to take out his opponents, and that he killed Khashoggi. I'm serious, on a daily basis. So I want to run through. Some of the things on the media. Let me take a break, okay? Let me take a break. I want to run through the media. Yesterday, Trump said the media, fake media, enemy of the people. I'm going to run through some of the headlines at 5 a.m. this morning on the networks, because I watch them every morning to see what they're doing and what Morning Joe's doing. And this Christine, whatever she is, name on CNN. But to see how they kick off their day. I will take a break. We're going to come back. We'll go through the 5 and 6 a.m. hour on the fake news media and natural-born citizenship. We'll talk about that a little bit too. The dog whistle, white nationalist, racist. I want to tell a story. Maybe I'll have time today. But take us a break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
The model year in clearance rolls on at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, and the discounts on 2018 Chevys are huge. Forget MSRP on America's pickup truck. Save over $13,000 off Silverado Crew Cab LT. Forget MSRP on America's muscle car. Save over $7,000 off Camaro. The model year and discounts are huge, but the 2018 Chevys are going fast. Hurry to Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Here's to 60 years of Pizza Hut, to original pan, to stuffed crust, and to the best of both. The new double cheesy crust pan pizza with stuffed crust cheese baked just inside the golden edge of original pan. Here for a limited time. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and LJ, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. You can contact the show, 706-889-9700. That is a 24/7 number that we keep on in case there's breaking news. You can have breaking news in your area. You can contact us also, chief@fetchernews.com. And those are the social media ways to connect with us and follow what we're doing, and especially our YouTube channel there. If you'll go there, FYN TV, fetch your news, and subscribe. Anytime we're doing a live broadcast, you'll get a notification. I want to let you know at 9:45 this morning, 9:45, it is October 30th, so October is National Bullying Prevention Month, and we'll have Dr. David Markwell on with us. Dr. David Markwell is from McCaysville, Georgia, has an office in McCaysville, Georgia, and we'll be talking about bullying and prevention at 9:45, and then at 10 o'clock, we will be talking, then it'll be time for Instant Replay, North Georgia's only live Monday live show, sports show, 10 a.m., Instant Replay with Dave Garner. I want to give a quick shout out to the Union Panthers. I just don't know when's the last time. I enjoy each and every one, but the last time I enjoyed doing a show like I did last night up in Circuit World there up in Blairsville on Monday night with Coach McBride and Coach Chambers. Coach Chambers, the Union Panthers, and Coach McBride, and the players up there last night. I can't remember the last time I did something I enjoyed that much as that show, because we talked about Rabun. Rabun's 6-0, and the Union Panthers are 6-0. And Rabun's tough, and they're going over there. The Panthers are going over there Friday night. I'm going along with them, and that's where we'll be Friday night. So you follow us at Team FYN Sports. That's our game of the week. Rabun Tigers hosting the Union Panthers, and then Saturday, this coming Saturday, will be a long day. So we'll get home at midnight, and then take to about 2 in the morning to finish up all the video, and then get back up and go down to Pickens for the Mountain Football League Super Bowl 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. That's 6 games back to back. Starting at 9 a.m. on FYNTV.com, we'll be broadcasting those live, the Mountain Football League, so we can't wait for that. So we've got a lot going on, and I don't know, may even go down to Macon Sunday and see the president. I don't know, haven't decided. So, okay, so the president of the United States said fake news, all right? Fake news, and we'll get to birthright citizenship in a minute. That is blowing up everywhere, okay? So, fake news, enemy of the people. So, let's go through. Now, in the morning when I get up, I will, go to all 3 networks. I'll go to Fox, CNN, and MSNBC, and I will, freeze one, go to another, so I can get the 5 a.m. hour of all 3, okay? So let's go to number 9. We're going to go through these. Some are in chronological order, some are not. I want to explain, but this is a little bit of what happens in the morning in the US of A, okay? So MSNBC at 5:29 this morning, Trump nationalism means I love this country, okay? They've gone crazy over Trump saying nationalism, all right? The dog whistle. Let's go to number 10. Trump nationalism means I love this country, all right? And so they're going after that nationalism. This is at 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Joe and Minka. All right, let's go to number 11 because nationalism, they are messed up over this. Number 11, this is David Duke. Trump embraces nationalism in a massive, jam-packed, 99% white venue in Houston. Zio journalist asks him if he is a white nationalist. Of course, fundamentally it is, as there are no ethnic or racial group in America more nationalized than white Americans. So what's the problem? Now that was yesterday and today. This is this morning, 6:30. Trump says he's a nationalist. He's doubled down, globalist, nationalist. I believe in this country. They believe in the globe, all right? But that's a dog whistle, okay? Now here's some of the many faces of Minka and Joe. Here is number 12. Minka looks like she just lost her teeth. There, they fell out. It's like, oh, they dropped right out, and Joe's like, ooh, I don't know about that. But anyhow, this is one of the many Minka and Joe faces there at 6:15 a.m. in the East Coast. Let's go to number 13. There's Minka again. Now, Joe will do these things, and they will talk about the caravan, and they will talk about all this, and Minka will just, she'll get so emotional, okay, about what's going on in our country, our democracy. Let's go to number 14. This is number 14. This is Axios on HBO. We're going to show you that video in a minute. President of the United States talking about birthright citizenship. This is MSNBC at 6:14 this morning. Let's go to number 15. They're going crazy at 6:15 a.m. Axios, and this is Jonathan. I forget Jonathan's last name. But this is MSNBC, and this is the Axios on HBO interviewing the President of the United States. Let's go to number 16 at 6:15 this morning. Trump to eliminate birthright citizenship. I mean, this is the headline. It's blown up everywhere. Okay. Number 17, Shepard Smith. This is their hero. That's what they're talking. Shepard Smith. There is no invasion. No one is coming to get you. So Shep Smith goes on Fox yesterday at 3 o'clock. Fox has to give him an hour. If they don't, there's going to be a major lawsuit. You and I both know there will be, and you and I both know why there will be. So the hero to the left over on Fox that they like to trot out there and put on is Shepard Smith. So that Shepard Smith yesterday had his heroic moment on Fox and stood up to the heads of Fox News and looked at the camera and said, there is no invasion. No one's coming to get you. Okay? We just talked about that. Number 18, conservative media using dehumanizing rhetoric to discuss migrant caravan ahead of midterms. Okay? I didn't use anything dehumanizing. I just read the story this morning. They won't talk about the story ahead of midterms. It don't matter when it is. We have caravans that are teaming up that are headed our way. All right? Trump sending. So here is the one we showed you earlier with Shepard Smith, 19. Okay? And this is, they use that. Number 20, MSNBC at 4:05 a.m. Mountain Time. So it's 6 a.m. this morning. 6:05 a.m. MSNBC. That's why I want you to see how they start their day and run their narrative. Many gang members and some very bad people are mixed into the caravan heading to our southern border. Please go back. You will not be admitted to the United States unless you go through a legal process. This is an invasion of our country and our military is waiting for you. What is wrong with the leadership of our country saying that? What is wrong with the person that has been charged with defending our nation and our borders, the President of the United States, saying that? What is wrong with letting them know in advance they will be met by our military? We'll be waiting. That we do consider this an invasion, okay? They're going nuts because Trump said he's going to put up tent cities, and Minka's like, nice tents like summer camp. Oh my God. Tent City. Let's go with number 21. Trump riles up fear about immigration ahead of midterms. Now that's all they know how to say, okay? Because it's not benefiting them. Trump is going to do 11, you count them, campaign rallies between now and next Tuesday. This is not benefiting them. This is their campaign rally. Every morning they do hours. Every day CNN does 24 hours of a Democrat campaign rally. MSNBC does 24 hours of a campaign rally for Democrats. Bottom line. But the immigration the illegal immigrants headed to our border is not benefiting the Democrats. So that's why they're stoking this flame in a different direction. Oh, if they were on the border and we could have our military down there and they could have a little kid that was in a cage or a tent. Number 22. Number 22, Pentagon. This is NBC again. This is at 6:05 in the morning. Pentagon sending 5,200 troops to the border in Operation Faithful Patriot amid Trump condemnation. Okay. This is at 5:45. This is early edition, Morning Joe early edition, number 23. Okay? Number 23. New lawsuit alleges Trump and his 3 children deliberately conned investors in a pattern of racketeering. This is news to them. This is the news of the day. Number 24. This is at 5:43 a.m. Trump persuades struggling people to invest in scams and lawsuit says. There's never a good word about this man at nothing. All right, number 25. Okay, we did this already. Trump echoes Fox News caravan invasion scare. So let's go through that. That's CNN, and that is at 5:35. Number 26, let's just go through. Number 27, number 28, number 29, number 30, 31, and right there all the way through 31 is Fox echoes, Trump echoes Fox News scare, invasion scare. Okay? Let's go to 32. I already showed you this. Trump is going out, the President of the United States is going out to visit Pittsburgh today. Okay? He is the President of the United States of America. Okay? He is going out 3 days after the fact and visiting Pittsburgh. There are officers, police officers, there's first responders that are in the hospital. Trump's going to visit them. Instead of talking about Trump going to visit the first responders in the hospital today, what does the bottom of that say? Trump to pay respects in Pittsburgh. Some Jewish leaders and city mayor say he's not welcome. They have done everything to get the Jewish leaders in this area, to get people in this area to come on and say they don't want Trump to come to Pittsburgh. Okay? Just throw you this. We'll come back in a minute. Number 33, the balance of power here, just letting you know a little quick reminder that the House currently, Democrats are 193, Republicans are 235. Okay? The Republicans lose 24 seats. They're no longer in control. Here's Fox News. This was at 5 a.m. Now put this up. 5 a.m. This is their 5 a.m. in the morning. Okay, number 34. Number 34, Trump, Democrats should be worried. That's what that was Monday night, but this is what Fox led with. That's why they're upset. It's Trump, Democrats should be worried. They should be worried. They cannot stand the confidence this man has. Here you go. Here's the Trump rallies. This is number 35. Trump will be in tomorrow, Fort Myers, Florida. Can't wait to hear him in Fort Myers, Florida tomorrow, because that's when he'll be standing on the stage calling Andrew Gillum a thief, nothing but a thief, a crook. Fort Myers, Florida, 11/1, November 1st, Columbia, Missouri, okay, or Montana, is that Montana? Or Missouri. Huntington, West Virginia, and Indianapolis, Indiana. Now, I want to say on Huntington, West Virginia, that's when he's going to do 2 a day. He's going to ratchet up at 2 a day. That's Missouri, Columbia, Missouri, because Montana is MT right there. So Huntington, West Virginia. I do think Patrick Morrissey can win. I'm not flip-flopping. I'm not going back. West Virginia, I do think Patrick Morrissey can win. I'm going to be shocked if Joe Manchin does not win. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be shocked, okay? Now, I'm not going to be upset if Joe Manchin doesn't win. I'm not pulling for Joe Manchin in West Virginia. And I'll be happy if Patrick Morrissey wins. And President's going back there, okay? He's going back there, and we will hear how hard he hits Joe Manchin in West Virginia. But I will be shocked if we get up Wednesday. If Joe Manchin is in trouble, and if Donald Trump thinks he can go to Huntington, West Virginia, you got to realize in Huntington, West Virginia, here's another thing, is there's a lot of these markets Trump's going to that reach over into areas, okay? Huntington, West Virginia reaches over into Ohio. Very big part of southern Ohio there reaches into, okay? Big media market reaches right over in Ohio. A lot of people in that southern area of Ohio watch. So he's going to be hitting Ohio. But West Virginia, if he's going back and he thinks he has a chance to get Patrick Morrissey across the line, then the Democrats need to be worried if they have some internal polling that says Patrick Morrissey in West Virginia, which I don't know, is close enough that Trump should go to Huntington, West Virginia. Watch out. Watch out, because all bets are off. Joe Manchin is the indicator of just how bad things are to me if that guy gets beat. Oh, that's going to be a long night for Democrats. Then he'll turn around and go to Bozeman, Montana, and then Pensacola, Florida. We're over in Pensacola. He'll remind everybody that just down the road in Tallahassee, the corrupt Andrew Gilliam is mayor. Then on Sunday, he will be in Macon, Georgia, and then Chattanooga, Tennessee. And then on Monday, Cleveland, Ohio, Fort Wayne, Indiana, and back Cape Girardeau, Missouri, back to Missouri. Claire McCaskill, pack your bags. Get the weather shutters off the old retirement house, because you're getting ready to go home, okay? Number 26, Fox News. This morning, number 36. 36, my apology. In Florida, there is a choice between a Harvard, Yale-educated man named Ron DeSantis, who has been a great congressman and will be a great governor, and a Democrat who is a thief. I'm sorry. It's straight to the point. The Democrat that's a thief. Holy mackerel. In Florida, there's a choice, a Harvard or Yale-educated man named Ron DeSantis. This is the President of the United States, who has been a great congressman and will be a great governor. Or you just pick the thief, Democrat who is a thief, who is mayor of a poorly run Tallahassee, said to be one of the most corrupt cities in the country. I'm sorry, Democrats. You know, do you think he's going to win in 2020? I don't see a way he cannot win, because you cannot tell me the American people are not going to tune in for season 2 of Donald Trump as Donald Trump president season 2. It's a real house of cards. Trump holding 11 rallies ahead of the midterms. That's number 37 on Fox. This is how Fox opened up at 5 a.m. This is the 5 a.m. hour at Fox. Okay. Then we flip over 4:06 Central Time, 5:06 in the morning, MSNBC. This is how they do it. This is how they do it. White House defends Trump amid rhetoric backlash. Number 39, Trump defends calling himself a nationalist. This is at 5:05 in the morning. This is what they're going to do all day. I'm somebody who wants to take care of our country. That was number 39. Number 40. Back at it. This is the banner that they run. Trump defends calling himself a nationalist. I'm somebody who wants to take care of our country. Number 41. Okay. This is at 5:05 in the morning. This is their lead. Not a positive damn thing about this guy. Never. Okay, MSNBC. Trump will visit Pittsburgh Tuesday. Puto, is it Pedo or whatever his name, Puto or Pedo, says he won't appear with him. This is the mayor of Pittsburgh. I won't appear with him. Okay, no problem. Nobody asked you to come over, okay? I don't see your invite, okay? Trump to visit, this is number 42. President to meet with those impacted by violence, to visit Pittsburgh. Just a quick reminder, these two people are Jewish, okay? Kushner and Ivanka are Jewish, and they're visiting today Pittsburgh because they are Jewish. Get it through your thick head. Trump's grandchildren are Jewish. Okay, now at MSNBC, what did they do? This was the opening. This is 5 o'clock in the morning. Opening, okay? Number 43. Trump lost popular vote by 2.9 million votes. 2016 national election results, Clinton and Trump 48.2, 46.1. You can see in the bottom right-hand corner it says 2:02 Pacific time, 5 a.m. in the morning. That's their first story. 5 a.m. in the morning, number 44. The Belleville News Democrat. Trump says Boast is going to win big. Criticizes Brandon Kelly at Southern Illinois rally. A spokesman for Representative Mike Boast, Republican, estimated that at least 8,000 people turned up for the rally. At 5 o'clock in the morning, they find it very important to tell you, okay, that 8,000 people went to this rally. This is important. This is at 5:01 a.m., all right? Number 45. If you don't think they are the enemy of the people, if you don't think they hate this man, if you do not think they dislike you if you voted for him, these people are flat out evil. And this is a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week Democrat campaign channel, fully funded for the Democrats. White House falsely claims Trump won majority. That's number 45. Or 46, I said. All right. Number 47, at 4 a.m. Central, 5 a.m. This is the first picture, very first picture MSNBC put up at 5 a.m. if you look in the bottom right-hand corner. President Trump's job approval Gallup last week down 6 points. Now minus 14 points. Very first graphic they put up. The last week, he's down 6 points in his approval rating. 6 points. Well, that makes him out like basically useless for campaigning, right? Number 48. President Trump's approval rating from Gallup, approved 40. All right, minus 4 since 10/21. Disapproval 54, up 4. 5 a.m. in the morning. And then here it is, the first 49, 1 week until midterm elections. I put these in backwards, actually. Let's go. That is 5 a.m. Right after they say 1 week until midterm elections, 48, 47. There you go. That's how they started today. All right. Let's go to 50. You'll notice this is 2:02 a.m. Pacific time, 5 a.m. 5 a.m., 5:02 in the morning. This is how they start the day. President keeps up his attacks, targeting media caravan, while many call for a unifying leader. Okay? There's a great anger in this country caused in part by inaccurate and even fraudulent reporting of the news. That's what we try to bring you here, is the accurate. The fake news media, the true enemy of the people, must stop the open and obvious hostility and report the news accurately and fairly. That will do much to put out the flame. They have no responsibility. They've been yelling the responsibility. What responsibility does the president have in Khashoggi's death? What responsibility does the president bear in these Jewish people being murdered? What responsibility does the president bear in Mongo sending candygram bombs to all these people? All right, and then many gang members and some very bad people are mixed into the caravan headed to the southern border. Please go back. We read that one earlier, but this is the 5 a.m. banner from CNN. President keeps up his attack, synagogue massacre. Let's go to number 51. As you can see, it's 5:01 Eastern Time. It's the lead of the day for them. Their first story. President keeps up his attacks targeting media caravan. Let's go to 52. 52. 5:01 in the morning. Trump to pay respects in Pittsburgh. You read right underneath there. That is the rabbi right there, and that's the mayor of Pittsburgh. But right under there, some Jewish leaders in the city and city mayor say he's not welcome now. This is 5 a.m. in the morning, number 53. This was the lead. This said 5 a.m. This is Christina, whatever her name is. Some Jewish leaders and city mayors say he's not welcome now. He's going to pay his respects. The president's not welcome. Okay? That's how they started the day. Okay? Let's go to, we've got some time left. At 9:45, we're going to play Dr. David Markwell, right? Dr. David Markwell. He will be with us. It's October. It's anti-bullying month, okay? And Dr. David Markwell will be with us at 9:45, and then at 10 o'clock will be time for instant replay, okay? Instant replay. Let's go to the video from Axios and the interview. Let's go to that, Josh, that next video that's got everybody bent out of shape, called Anchor Babies.
On immigration, some legal scholars believe you can get rid of birthright citizenship without changing the Constitution.
With an executive order.
Exactly.
Right.
Have you thought about that?
Yes.
Tell me more.
It was always told to me that you needed a constitutional amendment.
Right.
Guess
14th
what?
Amendment.
You don't.
You don't.
Number one, you don't need that. Number two,
I mean, that's in dispute.
You could definitely
that's very much in dispute.
Well, you can definitely do it with an act of Congress, but now they're saying I can do it just with an executive order. Now, how ridiculous! We're the only country in the world where a person comes in, has a baby, and the baby is essentially a citizen of the United States for 85 years with all of those benefits. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, and it has to end.
Have you talked about that with council?
Yeah, I have.
So where in the process?
It's in the process. It'll happen. With an executive order. That's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah,
that's
it's
a very
exactly what I'm
interesting
talking about.
I didn't think anybody knew that but me. I thought I was the only one. Jonathan,
I've got a good guess. Good guess.
Impressed.
All right, Jonathan at Axios. That's an interview, okay? And birthright citizenship. Now, what say you, okay? That becomes a pretty tough one for some. But we just talked about a caravan earlier that is on their way. They're on their way to this country. They have, women are pregnant. And this article comes to us from Breitbart. And this article is back in December of 2017. Okay, December of 2017. Anchor baby population in U.S. exceeds 1 year, okay, of American births. Okay, The number of United States-born children who were given birthright citizenship despite at least one of their parents being a legal alien living in the country now outnumber 1 year of all American births. So if you combine a year of all American births, there's more anchor babies combined. The new Congressional Budget Office CBO report reveals the booming number of U.S.-born children to illegal aliens who are given automatic citizenship forever anchoring their families in the U.S. Okay? Now, the reason they're called anchor babies, okay, just think about it. They're over there in Mexico and they need to get across the border and they throw a line with an anchor and they get it stabbed 10 miles in to the U.S. and now they can pull themselves in by what? One birth. One birth gets the family in. One birth gets mom and dad in. You're not going to kick out an American citizen, right? And mom and dad. And the American citizen now has a brother and a sister. So, new Congressional Budget Office, the CBO report, the booming number of U.S.-born children to illegal aliens who are giving automatic citizenship for anchor families in the U.S. The children are commonly known as anchor babies, as they are able to eventually bring an unlimited number, that is chain migration. We have talked about chain migration over and over, all right? An unlimited number of foreign relatives to the U.S. through a process known as chain migration. Every two immigrants in the U.S. brings an estimated 7 foreign relatives with them. Get 7 extra, okay? John Binder, this is a tweet. In 1993, Harry Reid famously said on the Senate floor, okay, that no sane country would grant birthright citizenship to anchor babies. That came from Harry Reid. Harry Reid on the floor. CBO, the Congressional Budget Office, at least 4.5 million anchor babies in the U.S. There is an estimated of 4.5 million U.S.-born children with citizenship despite at least one of their parents being illegal aliens. There's also 4.5 million anchor babies in the U.S. under the age of 18 years old, according to the CBO. The estimate does not include the potentially millions of anchor babies who are older than 18, nor does it include the anchor babies who are living overseas. All right. Go back to show me picture 3. Go to 2. There's pregnant women in that group. Okay? There's pregnant women in that group. It happens all the time. They're trying to get to this country. If they can give birth in this country, okay? Now, I find it interesting that the inception is in another country. Oh, wait, before everybody jumps on me, all right? But if the baby is born here, okay, it becomes a natural born citizen. Mom and dad get to come in. Look at that group. Mom and dad get to come in. Aunts and uncles, grandma, grandpa, brothers and sisters. Okay? Happening by the thousands, by the millions. And you know what Stacey Abrams, and we're going to stay focused here, you know what Stacey Abrams wants to do as the next governor of Georgia, she wants to give them free health care. So we never talk about the cost to the American people of what it is for them to have their babies here. Stacey Abrams wants to give them free health care. Okay? When she gets done giving them free health care, you know what else she wants to do? She wants to give them free education. And the Constitution provides education for a child. Illegal or legal, no matter who they are, they provide education. She wants to give them all education, free education. She wants to give them a mandated federal government K through 12 education. Well, she wants to expand early learning programs, okay, Head Start. So she's not just K through 5. They want to pay for them in the hospital. They want to pay for them at about 3, 4 years old to start into training. Get to 5, go to the K through 12 government education. Oh, God almighty, you never stop. And then after that, she wants Georgians to provide them the Hope Scholarship and give them a free education through college. And then after they're done, while that's all going on and they go out into the workforce, she wants to give them their health care too. Wow. If you can't take a moment and string all of this together, I don't know what say you, okay? Even after discounting normal immigration, the number of chain migrant arrivals at the nation's airport during 5 years exceeds the number of babies born during each year. Every 5 years, it exceeds, okay? Foreigners brought more children to America from 2005 to 15 than American parents delivered in any 2 years of a decade. In 2 years of our natural birth, Americans, okay? Your mom's American, your dad's American, they're both citizens, and they have a child. That's the statistic they put that group in. But they bring the baby, so Americans from 2015, in 10 years, in just 2 years, more kids were born in this country that are anchor babies where their parents or a parent is illegal. Okay? Now here is the one point. Every year the U.S. admits more than 1.5 foreign nationals, with the vast majority deriving from family-based chain migration. In 2016, the legal and illegal immigration population reached a record high of 44 million. By 2023, the Center for Immigration Studies estimates that the legal and illegal immigration population in the U.S. will make up nearly 15% of the entire U.S. population. So let's just put this together and then you decide. I don't know how you feel about chain migration. I don't know how you feel about anchor babies, but let me just clear up what the news will not clear up today. Naturalized citizenship. Constitution of the United States. You're born here. Okay? You're born here. You are an American citizen. I don't think it really discusses if your mom and dad are born here. Okay? So you take mom is from this country, dad is from this country, they're both citizens, and they have a baby, that's naturalized citizenship to me. Now, there could be some argument, could be some differences. Maybe dad is from this country and mom comes from another country. I don't know. But this stuff of illegals coming in the country, having the baby, and that gets them an opportunity to stay, and it just mushrooms out into this chain migration, must stop in this country. And that's not because you're a white nationalist. That's not because you are a white supremacist. That's not because you are a racist. We're not racist, America. We're really not. We would just like to slow the brakes, pump the brakes, and see where we're at. Let's back up and see where we're at and take account for what's happening in this country before we move forward with stuff like this coming to our border to invade even further to help collapse our economy. I want to say two things before we leave. I want to read Trump's 1 hour ago tweets, okay? Before we leave, and I also want to say yes, regardless of what the media says, Tom Steyer wants to impeach the President of the United States, so he is investing his money from his billions. He wants, excuse me, please forgive me. Tom Steyer wants to impeach the President of the United States, and he wants to use part of his billions to do that by impeaching the President of the United States. He wants to collapse the structure that we know now as our government. Once he does the impeaching, then he wants to have popular vote, get rid of the Electoral College, and there goes Iowa and Kansas, all right? Serious as can be. So Tom Steyer is doing that to try to collapse our government structure through impeaching the President of the United States. Michael Bloomberg wants your guns. He wants somebody to knock on the door, check out your age, get your driver's license out, go through your house, see if your guns are locked in a cabinet. If they're not locked properly, take them away from you, whatever. He wants to take your guns. He will in this country. Michael Bloomberg will not stop till he does. And George Soros wants to collapse the financial industry as we know it, our financial system. He wants to collapse everything. And so he can make billions off our collapse. Pretty simple. 47 minutes ago, President said if the Fed backs off and starts talking a little more dovish, I think we are going to be back to our 2,800 to 2,900 target range that we've had for the S&P 500. Scott Wren, Wells Fargo. He is quoting Wells Fargo. The Feds control the money. I can't get into that this morning. You would think just supply and demand, the old Business 101, if you have two and people want, there's an order for four, you get to make a little more money off of them. No, the Feds, which is not. The Federal Reserve is not the federal government. It's independent. Okay? So the Federal Reserve, they like to tweak when the economy goes up, down, soften it. They like to handle it. And you got to be careful. The stock market is up massively since the election, but is now taking a little pause. People want to see what happens with the midterms. If you want your stock to go down, I strongly suggest voting Democrat. They like the Venezuela financial model, high taxes and open borders. Stock market's a little nervous about next week and what happens if they start rolling back things on Trump. Congressman Kevin Brady of Texas, remember he pointed to him last week? Congressman Kevin Brady of Texas is so popular in his district, and far beyond that, he doesn't need any help. But I'm giving it to him anyway. He is a great guy and absolutely king of cutting taxes. Highly respected by all. He loves his state and country. Strong endorsement. Okay, that was an hour ago. Andy Barr of Kentucky, who just had a great debate with his Nancy Pelosi run opponent. All right, so that's Barr of Kentucky. He's spending all morning on getting out tweets to endorse his candidates. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. It's Tuesday. We will be back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. right here on this channel. Don't forget, and stay with us right now for Dr. David Markwell. Dr. David Markwell on anti-bullying month in October, and then Dave Garner, Instant Replay, North Georgia's only the number one only sports show right here in North Georgia, every morning at 10 o'clock with Dave Garner, Instant Replay. Take us to commercial, and then Dr. David Markwell.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Here's to 60 years of Pizza Hut, to original pan, to stuffed crust, and to the best of both. The new double cheesy crust pan pizza with stuffed crust cheese baked just inside the golden edge of original pan. Here for a limited time. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and LJ, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Okay, joining us now on the phone is Dr. David Markwell, Ridgeline Counseling. Dr. Markwell, how are you today?
I'm doing well, Brian. How are you?
A little cold in North Georgia right now. We're getting the fall we asked for and we expect this time of year, so it's a little cool. Dr. Markwell, we're talking bullying this morning. That's our subject for the day. And before we get started, let me lay a couple things out. I mean, I'm not going to give my age away. Some know that, but at my age, when we were kids, the bully was someone that pushed you down on the playground. And I'm, not that it was okay, but, that's what, when I hear bullying sometimes, but bullying has changed over the years. Can you just describe what bullying actually is and some of the different things now in 2018 we experience that we did not when, as I remember pushing somebody down on the playground? Not myself, Dr. Markwell.
Right. Well, no, actually, you're right, Brian. That bullying has changed quite a bit over the years. One, as you mentioned, it was maybe a kid that wasn't always larger than us, but would push us down on the playground or ask us for our lunch money, those kind of things. In Georgia, there's some standards about bullying. Basically, it involves like a willful, intentional attempt, like to threaten someone or to inflict injury on another person. It actually has to do with trying to create a sense of fear in someone else, and that's what differentiates it sometimes between bullying and teasing. Now, I know teasing can sometimes go too far, but bullying has more of that, I'm going to try to create a sense of threat and harm and fear in this other person, and teasing could be friends teasing each other, and again, as I mentioned, sometimes that can go a little too far, but there's definitely a difference between the two. And one major change that's happened over the last several years is that bullying has taken a different turn with regard to cyberbullying. And you read, a person can read on a regular basis about a lot of young people, tragically, who take their own lives, not because they're being pushed down on the playground or those types of things, but very often the cyberbullying that's going on, where someone will hijack a person's for example, Instagram or Facebook account, and then will, make comments as if it's that person, or they'll make comments to them. So it definitely has changed over time. You're correct.
Well, let me ask you a question, because just maybe to elaborate a little on the cyberbullying, young people are living in, the dynamics are just extremely different today in the internet world and the social media world that they are living in. Now, I, for one, do not understand the bullying side of that, but I know of tragic stories that have happened. How do parents pick up on that if a child's not sharing with them that they're being bullied? I mean, what are some of the things to watch for as parents, and some of the things that are taking place? And I guess I don't know any other way to ask it. What happens with the kid, the children inside, that they get into a place where they commit suicide or something like that? Because we hear this happening.
Exactly. And sometimes there is a thought, and a lot of times it's, I guess, those of us who are in the older generation, we will sometimes look at it and say, well, how can something that's written online or sent through a text message, through a Facebook post, how can something like that that's simply written create such an atmosphere and an environment that a child would want to try to, consider taking their own life, or not want to go to school or whatever? But I think that's a part of, as you mentioned, the new dynamic that we're living in nowadays. For kids, what I usually will try to encourage them to do definitely is not give their passport out to their friends, not to share information with regard to their accounts and those kind of things, because very often that information is hacked. And then the other part is, it's a very common practice now that some people will set up, like for example on Facebook, a false profile about a kid, and will copy and paste pictures as if it's that kid. Like in this case, it would be, I would set up a false profile with your name and face, but I would write things and include things on there that would garner, negative attention toward you. And very often that's very difficult for the child to, combat. And so for parents, it's definitely important to always, communicate with your kids. For a lot of the parents that I see, they actually have kind of an open policy where the kids need to or must provide like the login information, not because the parents are trying to restrict, but just simply to have some more access so they can have awareness as to what's being done, the same as with like texting. And the other thing that sometimes is helpful is that, for kids who are being bullied, is to not suffer silently. Maybe talk to an adult, a parent, someone that they can trust. And the issue is that very often, it's like the old saying is, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. And that's not really true. Definitely we're seeing that nowadays in the cyberbullying, that words do hurt.
Well, let me ask you this, because you said something that caught my ear, suffering silently. At Ridgeline Counseling, what are these some of the number one things that you deal with on a daily basis when it comes to bullying? And are these some of the things that people bring to Ridgeline Counseling that you discuss on a daily basis?
Among the counselors that we have there, we do counseling, of course, with families and parents and also children. And it is common, I won't say on a daily basis, but it is common that we'll have high school students, junior high students. In fact, one study that I saw is that here in Georgia, about 3 years ago, they did a survey called the Georgia Student Health Survey, and they asked them questions about being bullied and being teased. And sixth grade students were the ones that reported that they were most likely being bullied, picked on, or being teased at school. And so it does go down. It's not just a high school thing anymore. It actually goes down into the lower grades. But a lot of kids will come in and they have a lot of anxiety. They feel kind of helpless in a way because it's not just, as you said earlier, Brian, when there's a kid that pushes you down on the playground, you know who that person is. But sometimes in the cyberbullying, you don't know who that other person is on the other side. That's the anonymous source. It could be one or several different people who may be a part of that. And so that creates a lot of anxiety for kids. And then on top of it, and this is connected somewhat to cyberbullying, but there's a lot of issues, of course, with sexting and those kind of things where a person may be liking someone and they think that they're sending something, a picture of themselves that they think only that person is going to keep, and then what happens is it's actually shared with more people, and in many ways it becomes even a bullying technique for that.
Well, I have been to presentations on exactly that issue that is actually starting to happen in middle school, believe it or not, that early, and someone sends somebody a picture thinking they're talking to their friend, and then the next thing you know, that picture is used in a form of bullying. I have two more questions before we go, because we're going to be focusing next week on depression, but cyberbullying or bullying in general, and depression and suicide. What are, again, I want to go back to it because I have a personal situation where a friend dealt with suffering silently. And what are some of the signs for us out here that maybe we can pick up, that whether it's even an adult that's being bullied, a child in school or whatever, suffering silently? What are some of the signs that we could look for?
As a parent or even as a trusted adult, let's say, for example, a school administrator or a teacher, what you want to look for is if you have a child and there's certain behaviors that all of a sudden begin to change. Like, it's kind of a notable thing that with depression, that's where a person begins, for example, to lose interest in things that used to bring them pleasure, things that they used to get enjoyment out. They no longer seem to find that same sense of enjoyment. Now, that's not the same as if a child is big into video games and then they go to computer games. It means like if a child loved playing certain types of video games, then all of a sudden lost complete interest in that. Or school activities. If school used to be something that they had no hesitancy about attending, or grades, and then all of a sudden now you're noticing that there's some hesitancy, maybe complaints of stomach aches or headaches, a reluctance of going to school or being involved. That definitely can be some of the things that you're wanting to look for, because it's kind of like the parents and administrators and counselors have to be on the alert. There is a theory, and we can discuss it some further date, is that there's a theory that sometimes the zero tolerance for bullying has actually created a deeper issue with bullying, because what's happening is the bullying has gotten more deceptive and like undercover, and that in itself, they believe, has tried to create or has created an environment where even bullying has been amplified.
Where we started at, when I was growing up, we have the movies and we have the TV shows, and it all focused on the school bully. I mean, when I was in school, we had the bully, and we all knew who the bully was, and it was the school bully, and we didn't have a lot of them. It seemed like you had one. What has changed? What has happened to where this is such an issue now, and it's grown to the level that it is a lot of discussion on a daily basis through schools, different programs and stuff like that. What do you think has happened throughout the years that where we're at now?
I think it's what you mentioned earlier, and we talked about, is that because of the changing in bullying, for example, there were a couple of movies, I think they've done a couple of remakes of them. One of them was called Mean Girls, and there's the whole theory that there's this over-the-top, not physical bullying, but more along the lines of just like trashing a person's reputation or trying to create like isolation of other people and so forth. And so, as you said, usually there may have been one or two bullies in school many, many years ago, and it was very easy to know who they were. But nowadays, because of the electronics, the game, all that kind of information, like the Facebook and the Instagrams and the Snapchats and all those kind of things, it's created more of a deceptive way that people can bully, first of all, without even being known, versus when the teacher could see someone pushing you down or me down on the playground, easy to identify that bully. It's less likely to be able to sometimes to identify who's doing it nowadays, and it's easier. I know that's difficult to say, but it is easier to bully people nowadays.
Dr. Markwell, any final comment on bullying, our subject today, that before you leave, that you wanted to make sure you shared with our guest?
Well, October is considered National Bullying Prevention Month, and so I know there's a lot of information currently through the school systems and also on the internet. You can do some searching. There's a lot of emphasis now on that right now. A lot of helpful. At Ridgeline Counseling, we're more than happy if anybody wants to get in touch with us. We're more than happy to talk with them about some other circumstances. For kids who are being bullied, I always encourage them, to try to stay, for example, around a group of people in safe places, and then definitely not, as I mentioned to you earlier, not to suffer silently, but to actually speak up and talk to someone.
Thank you, Dr. Markwell. I appreciate you being on with us and discussing this serious subject. You have a nice day, sir. Okay, we've been on the line with Dr. David Markwell. Dr. David Markwell is with Ridgeline Counseling. His phone number is there on the screen, 706-314-8807. If you'd like to contact him. Our subject today is bullying. Next week, our subject will be depression. I'm your host, BKP, and we'll be right back.